Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to Operation Back to the Fire. This operation will consist of an airborne assault on Blackhawks from the 3rd Air Mobility Wing, and takeoff is scheduled for 45 minutes, so I'll try to make this quick. We're going to be supported by 2 HC-3 Merlin transport helicopters that'll provide further transportation and reconnaissance support. There's also a battery of 3 M119 howitzers on station to provide fire support throughout the operation. Phase 1 is an airborne assault into Paris with the goal of seizing the town and eliminating the FIA's top military commander in the peninsula. ISR shows that the town has 2 roadblocks in the main road in the center of town, and is defended by a sizable infantry force, as well as light armor mainly consisting of BTRs. The helicopters will be landing your troops into the hills on the northwest side of the objective. Once Paris is taken and the commander is eliminated, we'll move on to Phase 2, the recapture of the Salt Flats airfield and a military garrison being used as a forward base by the FIA. The airfield is lightly defended, with moderate fortifications. However, intel suggests that the FIA is using its facilities to store an unknown number of AAF troopers as prisoners. Furthermore, there are 4 armed UH-1 Deltas that are assessed to be functional on the airstrip. The flight status of the JAS-39 Gripen on the runway is currently unknown. The FIA is known to have trained pilots in their ranks, so the aircraft must not be allowed to enter into combat. Once your forces are on the airfield, destroy all airframes present. The military garrison is more heavily fortified than the airfield. However, its size doesn't allow for a large force to be garrisoned there. Regardless, it must be taken. Unfortunately, shortly after receiving this feed, the UAV providing us with intel was shot down while transiting to the next AO. Our assessment is that the FIA is likely using manpads stationed in the hills at least 1 kilometer north of this objective. From this point on, we will have no overhead reconnaissance of the area. After the garrison and the airfield are captured, we'll move on to Phase 3. The first portion will involve capturing the UAV's crash site and destroying the wreckage, as well as assaulting a hilltop base that's providing artillery support to the FIA forces across the peninsula. The next 2 objectives are a local power station that we assess as being used to attempt to extract the data from the UAV's sensor suite. That data pulled from the UAV must be seized and brought back for analysis. The final objective in Phase 3 is the elimination of the FIA's civic leader for the peninsula, who is currently using the Ghost Hotel as his residence. The final phase of this operation is an assault on the FIA garrison on Agios Andreas. There are a pair of foothills that block the approach to the hill. These must both be seized before the hill can be stormed. Once Agios Andreas falls, Operation Back to the Fire will be complete. The 3rd Regiment will be responsible for mopping up the remaining FIA forces in the area. Are there any questions?